Hey, traders, Greg here. Let's take a look. Seems like things are shaping up. They bought the dip. It was looking a little ugly first thing in the morning, and on the retest of the pivot, they stepped in and drove it all the way back. Kind of amazing. No pivot highs, no pivot lows, uh, just continuous strength. Wide range bar ending. So when we say wide range bar ending, it doesn't mean it's going to collapse. It just means that the momentum has a high probability of stalling. It's exactly what happened. It stalled sideways. That's bullish. It's 1239, starting to inch up here. Um, I don't think it'll get that much higher today. It's in this consolidation. The big news is coming on Thursday. Maybe it goes tomorrow ahead of the news. Certainly as this price movement gets digested, it has over a couple of days. I certainly want to see if today ends with a bottoming tail bar, and if it does, I think a starter position certainly does make sense if it could hold on, because then you'd have an end of day base here, and that's bullish. 65 is in an uptrend, so everything looks good. This is no new all-time highs, nothing to stop it from going higher. This did it trade under that bar's low? Let's see what the low, 98.99. No. Anyway, this one dipped down. It would have been good if it did, but anyway, I think if it closes like this, it should go up. Let's look what else here. Qs broke the low. Closing. I'm getting ahead of them. I'm anxious. I want to see it close well, because then we're going to have a beautiful setup for this thing to go higher. And you know what? News be damned. I think we just have to go for it, at least with some position overnight, and look for this thing to go higher. SMH is looking good. That's what we need to see those Qs move up. They dip down, they're coming back. So far, they're consolidating that gain, so that looks good. Financials pulling back. You can't have it all the time. KRE pulling back, but pulling back into the rising 50 and between the 20 and the 50 there. Let's see if buyers want to step up in here maybe tomorrow and turn this around. A few stocks. GoDaddy's consolidating. That was the beautiful move from last week off of the low. Let's see if this gets a correction bar. I think it'll go higher if it can hold on here. Ideally does not fill the gap. You can see close to that topping tail bar, and buyers stepped in. I'll just put the cursor there. You see it come up there. So they stepped in ahead of the support. That's a bullish sign. They didn't wait for it to get to support. So we'll see if that can close with a bottoming tail bar. Uber, call it what you want. Big bottom, pullback, move up, doing well here today. It's got plenty of room to go up. I like it. Zoom, that had the nice move. This is the one I talked about in the chart of the week. It's moved up there. Closed the gap up this morning and came back. I don't know if it'll consolidate or what. It depends on what this market does. If the market takes off, it probably just goes. But, we'll just have to see how that shapes up there. This is looking pretty good. Alex just mentioned this in the green room. Took a look at it. And I'll repeat this point that setups, whether they're continuation patterns, whether they're, let's call them pullback or hook patterns, or some kind of consolidation continuation pattern, they're preceded by a momentum move. And so, it started up, it had a little topping tail bar, but it gapped the next day. Wide range bar pushing up. It's consolidating. Little dip today. If this can close well, I think it tries to attack the 200 MA. What's doing well today? Materials. You've got coal, you've got steel, you've got aluminum, you've got copper, all of them moving. There was some news on China. I think they cut their interest rates. I didn't check the news, but I hear it being talked about. Technology looking great. Bottoming tail bar, I love them when they take out the low. Close green. Should be going tomorrow. Just looking around, communications. Not the same, but similar. Bottoming tail bar strength move up looks good. Industrials, we looked. Discretionary is moving up. You go back to discretionary for a moment, which is pretty much Tesla. You know, so this is some good signs. Casinos coming back. You saw pizza there moving up. It's almost going to be like, throw a dart. Probably most things are going to go up. Airbnb consolidation there. Doesn't have this necessarily a dip down below a bar, but a red bar ignored. So you get different variations of what we're looking for. Expedia looks good. Hilton. This is Nike. Just checking earnings there. Nothing to do. If it can get above there, probably continues to go up, even though it's damaged goods. It just looks like things are going to move higher. Home Depot doing well. And there was that pullback. We spoke about that a couple of weeks ago. And so interest rates, they just keep moving lower, and the markets love it. So I see no reason for them to anything like that, interest rates to go up in any meaningful way. So the expectation is the Fed is going to cut next month. Right now it's a quarter. If this keeps dropping, maybe it'll be a half. We'll see how it unfolds. As always, if you have any questions, email us, Greg and Dan at Master Trader.